would write these on the back of your red book. I would write these on the back of your red book. Label it ways to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, so it includes the 5 properties of a parallelogram. So this is good practice for us. What was my first property of a parallelogram?
Opposite sides or
close. That is one of them, though. Opposite sides are parallel, because that's the definition of a parallelogram. So if opposite sides are parallel, I have a parallelogram. Okay? What was the other one that you just stated? Opposite sides are congruent. So if both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, I have a parallelogram. What was another one? Yep, if both pairs of opposite angles are congruent, I have myself a parallelogram. What else? Yeah, so if I have consecutive angles being supplementary, so if my consecutive angles are supplementary, I have a parallelogram. What else? Yep, if my diagonals bisect each other, I know I have a parallelogram. Okay, and my 6th way to prove that it's a parallelogram, if one set or one pair, I want to use one pair, of opposite sides, holy buckets, I can't, opposite sides are both parallel and congruent. Okay, so these both pairs of opposite sides have to be parallel. Both pairs of opposite sides have to be congruent. Both pairs of opposite angles have to be congruent. Down here, this last one, okay, if one pair of them is both congruent and parallel, then it's going to be a parallelogram. Okay, so if I'm looking at these guys, number 1 is a parallelogram. So now you're looking at that sheet that I handed out. Got it? All right. So in number 1, is number 1 a parallelogram? Yes. Why? Opposite angles are congruent. Is number 2 a parallelogram? Yes, I'm hearing no. I'm going to go with yes. You yesers, why? Ooh, but that angle is, so I can't say that. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Oh, number 3. Hearing yes and hearing no. I'm going with yes.
Opposite sides are parallel.
Opposite sides are parallel. What do those little triangles mean? Parallel. Do not tell me that that means that they are congruent. We've talked about that and talked about that and talked about that. Opposite sides are parallel. Those triangles do not mean that those are congruent. They only mean that they are parallel. Okay, how about number 4?
Yes.
Why yes?
Opposite sides are parallel.
Opposite sides are congruent.
Yes.
Why?
Diagonal bisect.
Diagonals bisect each other. Now we're catching on. Good job. No, I can't. Those, yes, it tells me that vertical angles are congruent, but that doesn't tell me anything about whether or not it's parallelogram. 7.
Yes.
Why?
Consecutive angles.
Good. I'm not really sure what 8's even doing here, but definitely not telling us that it's a parallelogram. Oh, 9.
Yes.
Why yes?
Opposite sides are parallel.
Ooh, but not both sides of opposite sides. It doesn't tell us both sides are opposite. Okay, so one pair of opposite sides are
Parallel.
parallel and congruent. It has to be both in order for it to be parallelogram. You've just got one pair of opposite sides. One pair of opposite sides are both parallel and congruent. All right, how are we going to figure out what my x and my y are? Equals 180? Yeah. Right? Consecutive angles are supplementary. So x plus 5x minus 180 equals 180. So 6x minus 180 equals 180. 6x equals 360. X is 60. Okay, so x is 60. I've got a couple different ways I can do y now that I have x. Give me one. 4y plus 2y equals 180. So I've got 6y equals 180, so y is 30. Okay. I also could have done, what do I know this angle is? 60. So this angle has to be 60, so I could have done 2y equals 60. You're going to get the same answer. Okay. For some reason, 10 and 11 are the exact same problem. Huh? What do you mean, how would I write it? I could go 2y equals 60. The opposite angles are congruent. Okay, but this way was just fine. Okay, 10 and 11 are the same, so we're going to skip 11. I'm not going to make you do it a second time. How am I going to do 12? Why are they equal to each other? Alternate interior, because they are alternate interior angles. Good. 4x minus 1 equals x Okay, so 3x equals 39.